If you purchased a VIP ticket package, you received a coupon for a free appetizer from Local Republic. You'll definitely want to use that soon. If you've been to downtown Lawrenceville over the past few months, you've seen some exciting things happening. The Lawrenceville Arts Center will be open to everyone and an exciting place for our community to gather. We'll have musicals, plays, comedy nights, all the same things that you've come to expect from Aurora Theater. But beyond that, we're going to have concerts, we'll have dance, we will have so much going on, it's not even funny. I promise you, this will be a place where all of our community can feel welcome and gather together for performing arts. So please, join us at the Lawrenceville Arts Center. The first show to open will be Aurora Theater's Christmas Canteen, our 26th annual presentation. So I want to see each and every one of you at that production. It will open the day after Thanksgiving and run until just before Christmas. So please visit auroratheater.com to check out all of the offerings that we'll have at Aurora Theater and the Lawrenceville Arts Center. Next, we will be hearing from Publix, our official grocery sponsor, and Chef LB. I'm so excited that I got to cook along with him for both recipes this fall. Before we head over there, please watch these brief messages from our sponsors.
Alpharetta presents Gold Over America Tour, starring Simone Biles, Jade, Lori, Jordan, Grace, Michaela, and an all-star team of champion gymnasts. October 26th, Gas South Arena. Alpharetta presents Gold Over America Tour. From the world stage to your hometown. Tickets on sale now at goldoveramericaTour.com.
Here we are at Publix Aprons Cooking School with Chef LB. I am Anthony Rodriguez, your host. You can see my sleeves are rolled up. I've got an apron on, a Publix Aprons School apron, and we are ready to cook some things. I'm actually going to do this hands-on while Chef LB walks me through all this. So, Chef, what are we making today?
So we are going to start with our skillet cornbread with the pumpkin spice butter that I love to make for like Thanksgiving.
That sounds fantastic. And with the pumpkin spice butter, it's delightful for fall and everybody's going to enjoy it. I love cornbread, so I think I might make mine a little different than you do, but let's see what we got. Huh?
So we always add, or I like to add the pumpkin spice. It's a little bit of a twist, but traditional wise, I stick with the very basic cornbread ingredients. So we have baking soda, baking powder, salt, egg, and buttermilk.
Okay, so how much baking soda, baking powder, and salt?
So a teaspoon of each of the baking soda and baking powder, and then about a teaspoon-ish of salt.
Okay, and then we're gonna use some of the butter in the batter, or all of that butter goes into the cast iron skillet?
The butter is actually just gonna go into the cast iron skillet. Okay. The batter will just be the buttermilk and the egg as far as the wet ingredients go.
Okay. Now, buttermilk, because of the butter solids and stuff in it, you want that at room temperature or no?
It can be. I usually mix my batter a couple hours beforehand if I'm making this at home. I like the cornmeal to kind of absorb some of that liquid. Okay. And it gets a little thicker. And then you can adjust the consistency afterwards. But for the sake of staying safe, I'm going to tell you to keep it cold and not let it get too warm.
Perfect. All right, well, let's get cooking. What do I do first?
So I'm going to have you mix our dry ingredients first. So I'll let you add our baking soda, the baking powder, and our salt.
Baking soda?
If you want to make some adjustments to this at your house, I know that some people like a little bit sweeter cornbread. You can add a little bit of sugar at this step.
Now, this salt is pink.
It is. It matches your shirt.
So, thank you. I did that on purpose. So this is Himalayan pink sea salt, I imagine?
So Himalayan salt, yes. That is my favorite to use at Publix. It does have a little bit of a different flavor. It's going to be a little earthier. I prefer it. It is a nice natural salt. You know where it comes from.
Okay, great. So we'll put that right on in.
Plus, it looks way better than normal salts in a white container.
Mix this together so it's all mixed up.
Get our dry ingredients mixed. And then we have buttermilk. I'm going to have you add our egg to our buttermilk.
Okay.
Or to the flour. Either way, it's getting mixed together, right? It's all going to one spot.
See, this is what happens, and you got to be able to improvise on the fly at your house. I should have listened much more closely to what Chef LB was saying. I did not. So we're still going to get to the same place, though.
It's fine. We're going to pour the buttermilk on top, and then we'll just mix it all together.
All right. Buttermilk goes in.
And then whisk it all together. And what's nice is you can't really over whisk this. There's no gluten in cornmeal, so you're not going to overwork the glutens like you would with a flour mixture.
Now I see we've got the ghee, we've got the clarified butter here, and a lot of times people will make this with bacon fat that's been rendered off from the breakfasts they've been making or whatever. But you're using the ghee so that we don't have any animal fat in this, so folks that are vegetarian can also make this dish.
Yes. So anybody can eat this for the most part, as long as you don't mind lactose in your diet. We've got our batter, we've got our ghee now. If you want to grab that ghee, I'm going to grab our pan. So one of the most important parts is making sure that you have your oven set at bake at 425 degrees, and you leave your cast iron skillet in there.
And that's a well-seasoned cast iron skillet, right?
This is actually an enameled one. So yeah, so Cuisinart. These are the ones we use in the cooking school. This is going to be Cuisinart. It's nice. It is a non-stick, but it's also able to go through a dishwasher. You do not have to worry about using soap or anything on it. It stays nice non-stick. And
so you don't have to season it. You don't have to do all the things you would traditionally do with a cast iron skillet.
Ready to go.
What a fantastic
Right out of the container.
That's amazing.
So we're going to pour our ghee right in there, all of it. I like having a lot of fat. I know your recipe says 1/4 cup, something like that. I like so much fat in there that it starts to envelop the sides of the batter when we pour the batter into the pan. Okay. So I'm going to have you take the spatula and then from a close range, because we see how hot that is, add the batter.
When you say a close range, what do you mean?
Get that bowl right about a 1/2 inch from that pan so we don't splash anything. So I like seeing that butter just kind of start cooking over the sides of the.
And that's going to give you a nice crust on the sides too?
It gives you a nice crunch. So we've already cooked the bottom and cooked the sides of that cornbread. So it's going to be non-stick. And then we will put it in the oven.
425?
425
And that's
degrees.
been heating up because you've had your cast iron skillet in there.
It's been in there for at least 30 minutes. Usually when I start the oven, that's when I stick the cast iron in there. And then we'll set a timer for 17 minutes. And after 17 minutes, we are good to go.
All right. And then we would mix together a small amount of butter here, just 3 sticks.
Just 3 sticks. The other stick you could have used to make your clarified butter. So 1 pound of butter and you've got this dish.
And then you have quite the assortment of spices here to make your pumpkin spice.
We do. So this is our pumpkin spice mixture. We have cinnamon, ground ginger, we have clove, we have allspice, and we have nutmeg.
Okay.
And those, I just mix all of those together and then add it to your butter with a little bit of heavy cream. And if you want to sweeten it up a little bit, you could use some brown sugar.
What if you wanted to spice it up a little bit? Like if you wanted to put like a little ancho chili in with that too.
So another way you could spice this up is take this and dump it all out and start with a different spice mixture. Just go with garam masala.
Okay.
Garam masala has cinnamon, clove, cardamom. It has a lot of these spices that are in pumpkin spice, and it also has the addition of black pepper.
Fantastic. Chef LB, thank you so much. We've got, I don't know, probably about 16 minutes left before we have our finished cornbread, and I can't wait to taste it. I mean, I made it, and we'll see if my mix-up had any effect. I'm pretty sure it didn't. And when we come back, I'm going to taste that cornbread. I'm going to taste this amazing cornbread with pumpkin spice butter. And you also put some honey on top, right?
Just a little bit.
So while I taste this deliciousness, talk to us a little bit about the Publix Aprons Cooking Schools and what folks can expect. Now, this is the only Publix Apron Cooking School in Georgia, right?
We're the only one in Georgia. We are one of 3 that are out of the state of Florida. So in Florida, there are 8. We have Hoover, Alabama, and Richmond, Virginia. At the cooking schools, you have a bunch of people that are all trained in cooking. We are all trained chefs. We have gone to culinary school and or have years of industry before working in before working in our cooking school. So we can answer most, if not all, of the culinary questions you have.
And this cornbread and the pumpkin spice butter, absolutely incredible. Just really tasty and very moist and just absolutely incredible cornbread. Chef LB, thank you so much. It's been a joy cooking with you here, giving you a taste of what you might get to do if you come here and join Chef LB. It has been a joy doing this episode for you all, and when I see you again, we'll be cooking. Thanks, Chef LB. I had such a great time cooking with him at Publix Aprons Cooking School. We talked a bit about it, but did you know that you can learn how to cook similar dishes like these that we are presenting tonight at the Publix Aprons Cooking School in Alpharetta? You can even invite a group of friends and have your own private group lesson. Check it out on Publix.com/cooking school.